Hi folks, HR Funk here. Back in front of the camera with my Military Armament Corporation MAC-5 9mm pistol. And if you've watched very many of my videos in 2025, you might recall that back in January, I purchased a MAC-5, and since that time, I have become a huge fan of this firearm. The only downside to owning it is since adding the folding pistol brace, it no longer fits in the very nice case that accompanied it. So for a while now, I've been looking for something that I can use to carry and store the MAC-5. And recently, while looking on Amazon, I came across a couple of combination rifle backpacks that are manufactured by the company Country Values for Life, or CVLife. And I've used some previous products from CVLife. I've reviewed some of their products, and I found them to be pretty good. So I couldn't figure out which one of those backpacks I wanted. And I ended up contacting the folks from CVLife, and they were good enough to send me both of them for this review. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you both backpacks. I'll talk about their features and characteristics, and I'll decide which one is going to become the new home for my MAC-5 pistol. And if you're in the market for a backpack style rifle case, maybe some of this information will be helpful for you. So here we go. So here are the two bags that are in contention for becoming the new home for my MAC-5 pistol. On the left, we have the CVLife 30-inch soft rifle case. This is a double rifle case. And on the right is the 30-inch tactical rifle Sling backpack. These have a lot of similarities, but they also have some differences. And one thing that I'll point out is the one on the left, which is the tactical backpack double rifle case, comes in 3 color variations, and this one only comes in 2. This is olive green that you see here. There's also a tan version and a black version. The one on the right only comes in the green and black. Also, the names are a lot longer when you look at Amazon than I just recited. And part of the reason is because they are so long, I just couldn't keep them straight in my mind. So I'm going to flash up photographs of both of these so you can see the entire name along with model numbers and any other information you might need if you want to look up these specific bags. I'm going to start out looking at the double rifle backpack first, then I'll move to the Sling backpack. And like I said, by the time I'm done, I'm going to figure out which one is going to become the new home for my MAC-5. I'll move from the back forward with the double rifle case backpack, and the first thing you'll see are the 2 large pockets on the back, and these compartments measure 12 by about 10, and the bottom compartment measures 12 by about 16.5. So we've got some very large, roomy compartments. Also on the back you see is MOLLE, so if you want to add more things that use MOLLE connections, you can do that. These are both double zippered, and the zippers seem to be pretty good quality. They don't seem cheap or chintzy or anything else. When we open up the top compartment, and I'll try to turn this around so you can see better, we have the storage area inside. There are 2 pockets here. And I'm not sure what this is. I don't know if this is a waterproof material, but no, I guess that's not a pocket there. This is also Velcroed, but the top pocket is open all the way through. So you can see my hand come out down there. And then the bottom pocket also opens. So if you had something long that you needed to put all the way down through here and have it stowed or stored in the bottom, and it just extended all the way up through, you would be able to do that. But you couldn't put something back behind just the top pocket, or else it would end up falling out of there. On the bottom pocket, again, we see MOLLE attachment points here. We see another Velcro compartment. There's also a web pocket at the bottom here. And there is a zipper to access that. So already we have a lot of storage in this double rifle backpack. Moving on to the main compartment. Again, we see that double zipper. Again, we see MOLLE attachments all over the inside here. And I'll try to keep this so you can actually see what I'm doing. There are two Velcro straps, one at each end, for securing a firearm in this side or anything else you might want to secure in that side. There is a removable divider, and again, this is a double rifle case, so you could put one rifle on each side. You have this divider in between so they're not banging against each other while you're carrying them. Or if you don't want that, you can remove the divider and just not have it in there. Now, something I noticed is the MOLLE points on this side are just standard, what looks like a nylon weave. On this side, this is Velcro material. We still have the MOLLE system, but this is now the soft portion of Velcro. So if you wanted to Velcro something on here rather than attach it with MOLLE, you could do that as well. On the back, we have the carry straps. Of course, that's what makes it a backpack. If you want to, you can stow the carry straps down inside here, and you see there's a portion down here where you could disconnect this, run the straps down through, run this inside, and then these would not be out flopping around if you were not using them. If that was the case, you still have a carry handle here at the top, and I believe there's a side carry handle as well. And no, I was wrong. So you still have the carry handle here, but otherwise that would be really the only way you could carry that if you were not using the straps. Moving on to the Sling backpack, and I will try to once again go from the back forward. And the first thing we see again is the MOLLE connection points here. By the way, both of these have a Velcroed American flag up here at the top. There is a zipper compartment on the back, and this opens into this area. And I don't see any other pockets or zippers or anything inside there. So this would work well for magazines or maybe earplugs or ammunition or whatever you needed to put in there. And dimensionally, for anybody who wants to know, this is about 22 inches long. It's about 7 inches wide and not tremendously deep. So you're not going to be able to put anything really big and bulky. And I don't think I could fit, maybe I could. Maybe I could get a 1-quart canteen in there, or probably a couple of them since it's so long. But you're not getting anything really large in there. This one does have a side carry handle. You might have seen me take that apart a moment ago. And again, we see a very heavy-duty double zipper. I really like the zippers on these. Overall, these seem to be pretty heavy-duty in the way that they are constructed. I see double stitching all the way around, everywhere. And again, just really good heavy-duty type cases. Opening the main compartment, we again see that MOLLE connection. We again see the two straps, just like we did before. And also, there's another removable divider. This, I don't think, is billed as a double firearm case, but you could probably use it for one if you wanted to. This also has that soft Velcro on this side. So, standard MOLLE on this side, and sort of a soft Velcro MOLLE on this side, so if you wanted to stick things on there with the Velcro, you could. Obviously, this one does not have as much storage capacity as the backpack that I showed you a moment ago. This one is meant more for your firearm and just a few other items you might be taking to the range or what have you, and then you would throw it on quickly with the Sling. Again, this is a Sling bag or a Sling pack. It also has the ability, if you don't want to use the Sling, that you could disconnect it, run it down inside here, and then it would not be in your way. At the very bottom, we've got another little Velcro storage area there. So once again, if you needed to, if you had something very long, and I'm not sure what this would be, but if you had something that was very long and you wanted to put it down in behind that pad, and have it go all the way down to the bottom there, you could. And we do have some nice padding right here. That looks like it would be pretty cushiony, particularly if you're carrying anything heavy inside there. And I did not notice a cushion on the other one. Let me grab that again. And no, we do not have, at least not this type of cushioning on here. So we do have a little bit more padding on this one, but more storage area in this one. So I wanted to put both of these packs under a load and just see how they felt when they are on. So I'm starting off again with the double rifle case, and currently I have the Mac 5 in here. I have a couple of magazines. I've got a couple of 100 rounds worth of ammunition, and I don't know what the current weight is. Probably, I don't know, not much, 20 pounds, something like that, 25 pounds. But it doesn't feel bad. I wish I could get this a little higher on my shoulders than it's riding here, but overall not bad. I mean, if I was walking around for any reasonable distance, I'm not talking about a 50-mile force march or something like that, I don't think this would be tremendously uncomfortable. And you can see about how big it is on me. I stand about 5'10", so it's not overly long or cumbersome. Now there are two different sizes to this backpack. This is the 30-inch, as I said at the opening, and there's also a 34-inch version, so that obviously would be another 4 inches longer. But not bad, and it certainly didn't have any problem accommodating those various things that I put inside. So let me switch over to the Sling pack now and see what I think of it. So I was just packing up everything into the Sling pack, and I realized that when I was showing you the overview of this pack, that I completely missed a storage compartment. It's between this outer storage compartment that I showed you and the main compartment for the firearm storage. And it also is accessed by means of a double zipper. And when we open it up, we've got a fairly large area inside there. In fact, I should probably measure it. This one is roughly 27.5 by maybe 11.5. And again, there is a MOLLE attachment system inside here. There is a pocket here that's closed with Velcro, and it is very deep. In fact, it goes the entire length all the way down into here, which I think would serve for a hydration pack. There's no, or hydration system rather. Probably in order to get the hose to where you could use it, you'd have to just leave the zipper a little bit open wherever in this area, and you'd be able to have your hydration as well. So I wanted to point that out. Also, by the way, I weighed the items that I'm putting in here on my ever trusty bathroom scale, and it came out to about 20 pounds. So that's about how much stuff I'm putting inside these cases for my test wearing. So I now have everything loaded in the Sling pack, and I can feel that cushioning back there to some degree, but I don't know, maybe on a long walk or something like that, I would appreciate it more. It just doesn't seem like it's doing a lot now, since gravity is pulling everything in the pack down and away from my back, and I really can't. Maybe I can tighten this up some more. Yeah, still. Still everything is sort of pulling down and away. Of the two, I thought I was going to prefer the way this one felt on my body, and maybe I'm just more used to a conventional pack with two straps and everything else. But yeah, I'm not crazy about this. I'm thinking that I like the conventional two-strap backpack style of the double rifle case more than I like this. Now, I could use this, but I also noticed that the tension on the side of my neck, pulling right there, I got a feeling after not too long that would get uncomfortable, and I don't have very much weight in here. Now the nice thing is, if I decided I didn't want to carry it this way, I could take it off and carry it with the side handle that I showed you a little while ago. So it does give you different carry options that you don't have quite so much with the double rifle backpack style case. But yeah, I'm thinking I like that one better. And I keep looking over here because I have it off camera off to the left here. There you have it, folks. The winner is the double rifle backpack case from CVLife. And both of these were pretty good. I just happen to like this one better. If you're interested in either one of these packs, check the information section of this video for links and also some information that will save you some money if you decide to make a purchase. But if that all somehow mysteriously disappears, maybe with the help of, I don't know, YouTube, then check the product page of my website and it will definitely be there. See you next time, folks. And until then, good shooting. Bye-bye.